Okie dokie, we're back in Battlecry Battle, so let's go into some ranked games with a random character and see what I'm going to get today. And it looks like we are playing the Mage. Now we do start off with our puzzle box, which means items inside are going to be going a little bit slower, but then are going to get super speedy. So what sort of build should we run today? Should we go for a shovel? We do start off with a wooden sword, which means we can go for shell totem if you want to, but a shovel would be kind of nice because it will give us a bunch of items per round. So I think we're going to go for it. Let's go to grab you, as well as our prime bet. Take the garlic then as well. We craft it up and we take the wand along with the pocket sand and we roll once more. Something else we want, we could take the magic for dummies if you want max life stacking, which is always awesome as well. But I think we just take the stone and we just leave it as this for now. This is going to be round one. Is it going to be great? Maybe not. We got double weapons with a puzzle bag, which means these are going to be going super speedy, eating up a lot of stamina. We have no real way to deal with some stamina, but we should be able to heal quite a bit with both our chipped ruby and our shiny shell, keeping us in it. And can we still win out? We do cleanse a little few debuffs with our chipped amethyst. Again, our weapons are going to be out of stamina proccing, but we might still be able to win it. With 7 HP versus 3 HP, we do miss, and that could... Holy moly, we do win. I was going to say that could prevent us from winning. So we do get ourselves a shovel, which is phenomenal. We're going to dig up some items. It's going to be really awesome. But what the hell else do we want to add in for now? Do we want to add in our wooden sword? Maybe go for some shell totem action with the shovel? No, maybe we'll take it. I'm also going to grab a storage too. Puzzle bag of love. I actually kind of want to take this, but it's a lot of monies on storage. As well as a puzzle bag of improvement too. I mean, I'm going to sell you and I will be taking this as well. And another puzzle bag of love. We can go for crazy amounts of heal. Which honestly, I wouldn't really mind going for. We could go for staff on the healing type build as well. Maybe. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to reroll and I do want to grab ourselves a big old banana. But for now, we are going to venture on with this. And this is going to be nice heals from our puzzle bag of love between our chipped ruby along with our shiny shells. We should be able to get a massive heal. It's only going to be one time massive heal. So we're back to full HP and we're going to be going speedy from here. Basically, our shovel is going to be going super speedy. Inflict that blind, but also using up a lot of stamina with that wooden sword. So can we really keep up with this wooden sword inflicting a little bit of poison? We do cleanse it, which is awesome, but this Goobert is going to be giving big heals, and that could be problematic for us. Although we do have a decent bit of regen, but it's not going to be enough. Unfortunately, we do want to fall in short. Now we do got a couple of options, right? Because we can go for mana mastery, go for big mana with bombs, which the mage absolutely loves. Or since we got a puzzle bag of love, we can go for a slime time Goobert type situation. I'm going to take this in a heartbeat. Let's grab our little gooblings. We got another red ruby. We're also going to take our big old banana and we're going to roll again with another little goobling too. Let's take more storage. With another puzzle bag of love, we are 1000% grabbing. We need to sort our inventory out, so I'll be back in a second while we do that. So we also want to take this extra goobling. Now I'm also considering taking out this goobling. We could place it in here actually. It might be a little bit better. But we're going to have a slime time inside our puzzle bag because the faster we get this going, the better. We're also going to speed it up just a little bit. We're fanny pack from the get-go and we're trying to get buffs from our wand along with our shell totem because this can give us some power as well. But yeah, I'm going to be rocking on this sort of situation. 2 little gooblings trying to give us as much heals as possible, and we do want to go for some Cupcake Gooberts. Cupcake Gooberts with a heat staff could be insane. We could stack loads and loads of heat, but also get loads of heals, which seems like it could be a lot of fun. Potentially. We also get some power, so maybe we want to go for power stacking Cupcake Gooberts, which could be even more fantastic. Maybe. We also get a lot of blinds with a shovel. Our stamina isn't as bad. We are facing shielded, which usually does eat up a lot of stamina, but we are keeping ourselves in it. These little gooblings give us a small bit of heals, and that is going to be good enough to win out. Not bad. We could also go for Cheesy Goobert. Cheesy Goobert's wolf badge. But I think I'd rather stack up multiple Cupcake Gooberts instead. So I'm not going to take another puzzle bag of love. I mean, we could stack up multiple of these. I mean, I don't think we're going to take it this time. We're spending way too much on storage. We can also grab ourselves a Shelly, which would be awesome. So I'm going to reserve that as well, but I do want to take a blueberries, and we do need to find ourselves a broom as well. I'm not going to take this region, not right now at least. We could go for strong help bot, but I think I'd rather go for a good old Shelly, because Shelly would be able to give us a lot more heals on top of everything, and that is increasing. Wait, I moved on way too fast. This goobling needs to be right here, because instead of getting that 4 heals, we get 5 heals, and it would trigger a lot faster. We're going to begin our shell totem along with our 7 blue eyes. Can we take on Excalibur? With enchanted weapons, they don't really have any mana generation, which is awesome for us, but still, this is going to be dealing 10 DPS compared to our 7.7 DPS. Actually, this shovel was putting in some decent work, decreasing accuracy down, and not bad at all. Really surprised by Shell Totem, but Slime Time is doing a lot of work for us as well though. So we are going to take a Health Pot with a Shiny Shell, and I will be taking this Stamina stack as well. I'm going to sell the Garlic to roll once, and that's a Broom on sale with another Goobert. I mean, we could also try to go for Rainbow Goobert, but it would require us getting a wooden sword and crafting up as well. I'm not sure if we're going to take it. I did put our double Gooberts in like so. We're going to have our Health Pot, gives that a little bit of increased healing. The Shiny Shell as well, which is going to be placed in beside our Shiny Shell. Our opponent is going to have a lot of skilling damage with the Eye Lamp, as well as the Magic Staff. It's going to take them a while to skill up their mana, but still it's going to be some decent skilling as well. But again, we're also getting power too. But we are slowed down just a little bit with that Coals. We are going to be cleansing with a chipped Amethyst. So honestly, we might still be able to win this. Unless our opponent gets a big crit, yeah, it's not going to be close. We should be in a better spot with this Goobert now as well. But I'm going to take this extra Gooberts with a broom. I'm going to roll, and that is a Mana Orb. Holy moly, that's madness. To the point where we kind of want to sell our shovel to go ahead and take it. It's been great. Let's grab it. Let's craft it up pretty much immediately. But we do need to sort out these good old Gooberts too. So I was thinking about rocking on with this sort of situation. I know we're not making as much use of these Puzzle Bags of Love. They're going to be on our Gooberts. Healing for 40% more is kind of correct. But our Shelly, as well as our Slime Time and our Broom, going to be in this spot. We're not really using up our Puzzle Bag improvements, only on our blueberries for now. But once we get our Magic Staff crafted up, we should have a lot of skilling damage. But these two Gooberts are going to give us super healthiness. And we did place this little tiny Goobling over here because you're going to activate this Goobling, which will activate a Goobert. Oh no, this should be kind of awesome, right? I mean, we should have insane amounts of healing, making sure that we do get Empower stacked up with a Shell Totem. We survive long enough to get as much buffs as possible to deal some big damage with this Broom. Our opponent is skilling up a lot of spikes though, which means we're going to be taking more and more damage. And they also have 5 luck, so they're actually still going to be near 100%. And now this is actually going to be giving them random buffs, which could be Empower, could be Vampirism, could be more spikes, could be more accuracy. They could be anything, but we have 12 in power. This Broom is going to be doing 15 DPS, which is madness. But again, they have some crazy spike action as well. And they did manage to get some Vampirism, which only works with this shovel. But can we win out? It's super close, and we barely survive. However, we do get ourselves our Magic Staff. Now there is another Gooberts on the screen, so I'm thinking about taking it. We could also go for a Serpent Staff. Because right now we need to find ourselves 4 Cupcakes. 1 for each Gooberts, and then 1 for Staff as well. But I still think we take this Goobert. Every Goobert's going to give us a lot more heals. We're also going to take this as well, slot that in for now, Puzzle Bag of Rune, which honestly I don't really want all that much, but it is a bit of storage which I'm going to sell and I will actually take. As bad as this is for us, I still want to take it. So we can put in our banana for stamina as well. So we're going to have her set up like so we can have this Goobert down below to try and heal us as much as possible. And yeah, our food items are going to be kind of stacked up like so for now. Now let's get moving on. We should be able to scale up a lot of damage with triple blueberries as well as our ones. Every time we do activate 1 blueberries, it's going to scale up the damage on our Magic Staff. Since we activate 3, it's going to be enough mana to get our scaling damage. So all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. We get a little bit of lifesteal on top of our Magic Staff, so we should be able to survive long enough to stack up loads of power. But our DPS should have increased significantly since the last round. And we still have lots of heals, and we added a little extra Goobert in for even more as well. So not bad at all. And the question is, what the hell do we want to go for? I mean, Spectromancer is also fantastic because it just gives us a bunch of damage reduction. We can go for as much pets as we want, and we also gain 30% of our buff after 8 seconds as well. The thing is, this Rainbow Potion gives us access to other staffs. But the only other staff I really want to go for Staff on Healing. Crit Staff I don't really care too much about. Spike Staff could stack up in power for us if you want to go in power stacking with some Cupcake Gooberts. So I think I'm going to take Spirit Belt. Yeah, I'm leaning heavily towards it. Let's take it. We could speed up our Dark Frenzy. We could take the Owl as well, which I'm down for, with a little bit of extra storage too. Another Puzzle Bag of Rune, which I don't really want. You use up our mana to give us regen. We definitely need this because this will give us some heat stacking. So I'm thinking about placing our Owl in this position. Not the most ideal. It'll give us an extra bit of mana, That's kind of the whole point of this guy. Use 1 mana to gain 2 mana, so we can stack up loads of mana for our magic staff to continuously scale up. And once we get our eye lamp in, we should be able to scale up even more damage on this. But we are facing a blood turn, which speak animals, and looking for us not targeting this bird. But we're going to get infinite regen, we're going to be stacking up poison, so we're going to be taking a lot more damage. Once we do reach 18 poison, can we survive long enough to beat down our opponent? Because they have loads of vampirism, and we are cleansing that poison from our Shelly as well. So all in all, this is actually looking kind of smashed right now because our Shell Totem is starting to give some power as well, and you're at 25 DPS, you're at 30 DPS. Yeah, this is not looking too bad for us. We're bringing it back 1,000,000%, and we do manage to win out. We could also go for a King Goobert as well. If we really want that too. But I'm not going for it. Let's take you, let's keep rolling. Do we want a Frostbite? Do we want another Owlspear Companion? Probably not. Want any of these items? Hell no. And we could start taking some Blessing Purities, Cold Mirrors, so we can reflect those debuffs, which honestly I don't really care too much about. That's another Goobert. I don't think we can really afford to take another Goobert at the time being. We just need to find ourselves that Cupcake, and holy moly, there was so much gold there trying to find one. So I changed our step around to be more like this. We should have 4 pets on our Spirit Bells for now. I'm gonna get as much as possible. We're gonna have our Goobert down below, and I'm thinking about taking this custom card actually before I forget about it. But this Goobert down below is not going to be as good as where it was placed before, but I do want our eye lamp to be targeting our magic staff. But I'm happy enough rocking with this. We could have moved this down below, but I kind of want that extra bit of damage reduction on our Spirit Bells for now. We are facing a Staff of Fire, which is going to have a lot of damage. Definitely so. And we're going to reduce our healing once this does stack up, and it won't take long before it does stack up, which is not ideal. And holy moly, Staff Fire is just crazily strong. Now, we could just take Mana Mastery for even more mana stacking, or we just take Echo Battlecry on top of our Spirit Belt. I'm kind of leaning towards Echo Battlecry. Yeah, I'm going to grab it. We could also go for a Null Blade if you want to, and pivot away from the staff, but I'm not going to. We got our first Cupcake, we'll be taking it, but the problem is I want to go for Cupcake Goobert, but I also really want to go for the staff, so I'm probably leaning towards the staff first of all. Still going to roll though, another Goobert. Let's keep it going. We could take the Cat Spirit Companion, which will give us some crit chance. Is this going to be worth it? I mean, probably right. But I'm just going to take this little bit of storage for now, and I'm going to roll again. We can trade our Cupcake for a bird, which I'm never, ever going to do that. Not a freaking chance. But let's go ahead and get this crafted up for now. But we do also need to find ourselves a little bit more heat from the get-go, because we don't really start off with any buffs really. But our opponent does have Magic Tech Armor, they're going to have lots of block, they're going to be stunning us, which could be kind of dicey for us. We'll see though. Can we survive? Our opponent did steal our heat actually with the Kyle. There's a lot of blind onto us, but again, we're scaling up our accuracy with our eye lamp, so we should have some decent accuracy. Even though all is blind. If they do still stun us, they have loads of block, but can we heal back up? As long as we don't get stunned, which we got stunned 5 times in a row. Holy moly. There's not a freaking chance. Which they do have a 60% chance to stun, so it makes a lot of sense, right? We did get stunned quite a bit. But this Cupcake Staff is going to be really, really nice. We're going to take this for now. We could grab ourselves another Puzzle Bag Improvement to try to stack up more heat. I'm going to take it, but I'm going to roll. Another Mana Orb, which I'm genuinely considering going for a Mana Thirst, because the Mana Thirst will help us consistently scale up our mana. So the question is, do we go for it? Which probably means we'd have to sell our Shell Totem, which I'm not really too opposed to selling as well. But again, we want to make sure that we stack up heat. That's the big thing for us. And we do need to finish ourselves more Cupcakes, because I really want to just go infinite heat stacking with some Cupcakes. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to keep rolling. All we need to do is find a Cupcake, which honestly, holy moly, it took way too long to actually get it. How the hell are we going to afford this guy? That is the next problem. Well, we got to sell our customer card, and we got to sell our little Star of Courage. We're going to take it, and we are going to craft up our Cupcake Goobert. Maybe slightly place this down, speed that up just a little bit. This owl has been kind of the worst owl of all time, but it's going to have to do. We're at least going to get a Cupcake Goobert in the next rounds, and we do have a decent bit of chance to duplicate our buffs. So we kind of need to start off with some mana as well, and holy moly, do we just get instantly deleted. We didn't get a chance, and that is a Sloth. Do we want to go for the Sloth? I mean, I think it is time for this type of builds. We'll take it. We're going to roll again. And that's a cat if we want to. Another shiny shell if we want as well. Let's keep it going. Another Goobert, which honestly I'm going to take at this point. We might want to use this, but not sure if we really do want it either. Now Fanfare is really, really awesome with heat stacking as well. Since it is on sale, I'll take it. And there's not much else I do want to take. I might sell our shell totem if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm going to sell it to keep rolling. And that's what I'm talking about. This heat is going to be really, really nice for us. So we're going to have the slot down below. So it's going to give us a lot more max life as well, which is going to be awesome. Since we have 4 items, it should be an extra 60% more max life. And with our spirit belts, we should be able to get a lot more. We use our icon Battlecry to trigger on the slot to get more and more max life. It should be phenomenal for us. We got a Fanfare in and we're taking a Ruby in. But a Cupcake Goobert is going to be really, really nice. Chance to duplicate even more buffs. We do need to start off with a little bit more heats as well as a little bit of mana, because it does take us a little bit to get our mana stacked up. Yeah, 5 seconds in and we just don't have enough. Our build right now is really dependent on our mana, and yeah, we should be able to get our heat going, but still, 10 seconds, way too long. Because our opponent is going to be stun us with the hammer as well as the pumpkin. But can we survive and get this slot online? 60 heats. It's getting close. And we might still lose. Our opponent does have a lot of healing down onto us, and we barely survived. That was kind of crazy. Now that is helmet as well. I gotta take the helmet. We gotta take our dragon. We gotta roll again. That is a mana orb, which we could take 2, but I'm gonna take this little bit of storage, and that is Puzzle Bag of Endurance. Now this is going to give us a lot more damage reduction for a lot longer time, so maybe we do want to take this. But at least with the dragon again, we should have way more heat stacking. We gotta take this, that's for sure. I do kind of like this because it will give us a crazy amount of buffs, but we also need make us take a lot less damage for a lot longer. We got a lot of heats. It should be way easier to stack up all this heat, especially with a Cupcake Goobert as well. We have 69 heat within 10 seconds. Yeah, this is much, much better. Making our slot trigger really, really fast as well, give us a huge amount of buffs, and this slot is crazy good for us. Hell yeah. It did take us a lot longer than it should have to get there, and that's a second puzzle bag. So I'm contemplating taking the second one. Which, yeah, let's take it. Let's take it. It does give us another puzzle bag improvement. We do already have our slot in 2 puzzle bags improvement, trying to get more and more buffs from this. But we need to sort out our inventory, so be back to seconds while I do that. So we could try to grab you, but I'm happy enough rocking on with this 60% increased duration of damage reduction from the beginning. I'm not going to take it. We will gladly take this. We need all that storage, and we'll take another set of blueberries. Actually, do we want to take so much blueberries? I mean, we do need mana, but I don't think I'm going to take it. More heats. This as well is phenomenal because we can sell those and craft up that helmet. And that's going to be high priority because that's going to give us damage reduction for a lot longer, and it's also going to stop our opponent from healing as much. But Goobert situation definitely could be improved if we get ourselves more Cupcake Gooberts. We grab you for a little bit more heat stacking. We should be able to generate up a lot more buffs with our Outspirit Companion on our items as of right now. Cool, let's get moving once again. This is going to be good enough. We'll see. We should have a long time of damage reduction on our setup. So 55% damage reduction, and then with you as well, we should be able to trigger it again, which will be smashed. Our opponent is going to have a lot of damage with a super speedy Fancy Rapier, 60 DPS, with some crits as well, so this could be kind of dangerous for us. We don't stack up as much heat as well. It's not ideal, but we still have 200 HP. So as long as we don't get crit with a Fancy Rapier, and we do survive for our slot and smashing. Not bad at all. Maybe we should take our points and run. But I mean, when the hell do you get a slot? Unique slot. And we only have a 30 DPS. Opponent did have a 50 DPS in terms of heals, though. We did have 22 healing per second, so our healing wasn't even that great. And even with all their damage reduction, they still dealt a lot of damage. Now, in terms of block, we don't really block. Yeah, I'm going to chance going on. Although the stats tell me we should try to go somewhere in a different direction. That's another helmet. We'll be taking it. With our heat too. I'm also going to grab this bit of storage so we can slot that in. And then we roll again. We could take that cat. I'm still going to roll like crazy to try and find ourselves another Cupcake. And we could also just pivot into a lightsaber, into one of these Gooberts to inflict a lot of blind, give us more defenses. I'm actually leaning heavily towards this. Yeah, 1,000,000%. We should have even more damage reduction with this extra cap in. Give us time to stack up our heat this time around. It's nice that we do start off with 10 heats. Our blueberries should be activated a little bit faster. We should be able to get our heat from our Cupcake Staff and then this Cupcake Goobert as well. So all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. The faster we get going, the faster we can activate this slot, and the huge amount of buffs we're going to get from it. We have a crazy amount of max life, and yeah, it's not looking too bad, right? So much damage reduction, so much buffs, and so much awesomeness. Now that's another mana orb, ballistic or lightsaber, and I kind of wish we could have ourselves a second light Goobert. You want to go for double light Gooberts? I mean, we could lose a round to get both of these crafted up and be inflicting a turbo amount of blind. I mean, I'd rather go for those Cupcake Gooberts, but at the same time, I'm actually going to settle for this. I mean, there's no way around it. We're literally going to lose this round. If we survive with double lightsabers in, yeah, that's going to be kind of crazy. Let's move on. Let's just lose it. Let's go ahead and craft up both of these. And after that, we should be in a crazy good spot to win out. Because if we start to inflict turbo blinds, yeah, our opponent should be able to hit us, allowing us to stack up our heat, allowing us to get to our slot as well, which should be even more fantastic. Our opponent does have a superior ring, giving him loads of power, loads of vampirism, and loads of regen. And we're still getting our heat stacked up, and our slot is starting to wake up. And a 40% chance to duplicate the buffs it does give us actually gives us an insane amount. We might still survive this, as mad as it is. But it's going to be a long fight. It's also scaling up a lot of buffs, but it's not looking good for us, right? So much regen, so much vampirism, so much spikes, so much power. I say regen? I mean vampirism. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen. But double light Gooberts. We take that storage, we roll again, and I would like to craft up this helmet. So I'm going to take you, let's roll, and I'm going to take a little bit more storage with another puzzle bag of Jordans. I mean, we can't really afford to add this one in, so I don't think we're going to be able to take it. I think we just continue to roll. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out our eye lamp for this round. And place it onto our dragon for now. Place you back in. Then we can slot that in as well. We'll place you back up top. And we do need to place in this big old banana in this position. So once we get our stone helmet crafted up, we can place this back onto our Cupcake Staff. Because this is on attack, it doesn't really need accuracy on it. We can just get our dragon to deal the damage. Although this deals a lot of damage based on how much buffs we do have. So making our Cupcake actually hit, probably more worth it. But let's see if our light Gooberts are going to carry it. Because again, both of these inflict 7 blind each. And if we're going super speedy, we can stack up even more. And that's 11 blinds, decreasing our accuracy down to 0%. Yeah, this is going to be insane for us, right? Our defenses have skyrocketed with all this blind stacking. And it's going to continue stacking up as well. Well, there is a timer on it, so maybe not. Kind of stuck at 40, we still have 0% accuracy, and yeah, it's not going to be close. We got our stone helmet, which is even more fantastic as well, making us resistant to crits and stun. And stuns is going to be a big one, 1,000,000%, and that is another fanfare. Making me want to take it as well. You know what? I'm going to grab it with some extra storage. Let's keep rolling. Another tiny little Gooberts. I do kind of want to take it. We're going to slot this back into this spot. We're going to put this fanfare in here. We're going to reduce our opponent's healing just a little bit more as well. And I'm going to take this little goblin. Keep rolling. Take the storage because it can give us another bag, which I'm not sure if we really want it anyways. So let's sell it. Let's keep rolling. Another Gooberts or another Cupcake. And going for a Cup Drake would be kind of smashed as well. But it's the final round. We can't take it unless we sell something. Which honestly at this point I'm not sure if we really do want to sell anything at all. What are builds? With the Cupcake Staff at the center of it, never thought I'd dream of having a slot in our build, but this guy has been really awesome for us. Giving us a ton of buffs, giving us a lot of max life, but also the Echo and Battlecry with the Spirit Bells, the helmets, we should have a crazy amount of damage reduction. Is this going to be good enough to win out? Have we kind of screwed ourselves by adding in too much mana stack with the fanfares? Maybe. These will remove stamina from opponents, so the faster we get going, the better. But opponent does have double Cupcake Staffs and a Holy Spear as well. What buffs are they going to be stacking? Because they are going to be cleansing debuffs with the Holy Spear. They are going to be reflecting those debuffs back onto us, which is not as great. But we'll see if we're going to be able to keep up with them. Because again, we got our infinite heat stacking. It's 40 heat, 50 heat at 6 seconds. It's not bad, but it's not too crazy anyway. But that's 70 heat, maybe it is. And we are removing their stamina with our fanfares, but also stacking up the power and giving us mana as well. But again, that's a lot of blind onto us. We have 15% accuracy, but this is on attack. We still stack up our heats. Well, it shouldn't be too bad. Our opponents does still have a decent bit of accuracy. We have loads of heals. We have 1,000 max life, insane amounts of power, and our accuracy is back 200%. Even with all this blind. But there actually is down to 80%. We still have 100% under Holy Spirit. No matter what, you're going to be cleansing those depots and kind of smashing it. But we do have 300 heats, 13 power. And that blind is stacking up. And we are smashing out, no problems at all. Hell yeah. But anyways, we did end up with a 34 DPS, which honestly I was really expecting a lot more. We stacked up loads of buffs. That was a 740 DPS Cupcake Staff, but stamina costed 5. So maybe if we added in a Waterbender, we could have dealt with our stamina a lot better. But in terms of heals, we did have 94 healing per second, and in terms of max life gained, 702, 688 from our Sloth, and 7 each from our Puzzle Bag of Love. And in terms of block, 145 block from our Stone Helmet, as well as our Protected Little Purses. So all in all, we ended up in a really awesome spot, decreasing our opponents actually down to 0, healing for an insane amount, as well as getting so much damage reduction. But anyways, we did survive with 2 lives left. How much rank points are we going to get? +9, ranking us up to 68. But anyways, stick around, we're going to jump into some round 18 fights and see if we can smash it with this build. So can we beat a shielded opponent with some magic armors as well as energy conversion? I really want to use this skill, but I haven't really had a chance to. But again, we're going to be stacking up loads of blind. They are going to be cleansing it with their armors. They have reduced their healing by an insane amount as well, so this could be kind of dicey. But again, we're super defensive with our helmets, with our spirit bells, with our blinds, so we can hop off our Sloth, get an insane amount of buffs, and just win out from here. 20 power, loads of luck. We're actually should be good. With infinite mana right now, so we should be able to get infinite heats. But our opponent does have a lot of block stacking, and they're going to heat stacking with the flame whip as well. But again, we're removing our stamina with our fanfares as well, which is kind of awesome. And they're not going to be able to hit us with that flame. They did get some attacks through, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's not going to be close, right? Hell no, it's not. Now, can we deal with a Jinx Staff? Haven't really seen much people use this weapon at all. But is it going to be good enough to win out here? Yeah, are rocking a fanfare. They're going to have Power of the Moon with Doom and Armor, which is going to be flanking a lot of blind, but so are we. Honestly, Slime Time with Gooberts is crazy good, and I do love good old Cupcake Gooberts, but I also really like the light Gooberts as well. I'm going to take on Burning Blade Triple Dragons. They're going to be doing some big damage. They also got Amethyst Steel, so they're going to have a crap ton of power. These dragons are going to be dealing some big damage, as well as the Fancy Rapier and their luck, so their accuracy is going to be kind of nice. But again, they can't deal their damage if they can't hit it. So just keep stacking over heats, and yeah, it's not going to be too bad for us at the end of the day.
Another day, another break.